Alright, I haven't made a video in like 2 weeks. I think I just checked and it's like 11 days since the last video I posted. I posted some shorts since then, but those don't really count. I've just been really busy with work, with practice. I compete in a sport pretty seriously. Not anything special, but I take it seriously. And then also I just going through some personal stuff. But then besides that, I wanted to talk about why Ark is dog shit at this point and why I haven't been playing. This is basically like a part two of the first video I ever made. I got okay views on it. People seem to agree with my take, so I'll make some more takes here and see what people think of that. You can see it is not Ark gameplay. I haven't been playing Ark because of the state it is in and how the game plays right now. If you wanted to see Ark gameplay, maybe just listen to me rant and then you could talk shit in the comments or something. If not, you watch the stupid chain together clips of me and my friends attempting to, play this fucking game. But getting straight into it, I know in my first video I really ranted about how important rat holes are to like 40-50% of the Ark community and how the devs just fucking seem to hate it, and I explained why I think that is. So go check that video out if you want to hear that take. Since I brought that up, the devs actually patched more rat holes on Scorched Earth, even putting a skull at the front of a lot of the entrances almost as a mockery to the people that were building in there. And since then, I know so many people that are like, I can't play, I don't want to play. It's like somebody like me, I have a very flexible job, so I can play more video games than the average person. But even then, if me and my friends want to just build up, right now on Ark, you cannot fucking do that. And the reason being is because the fucking devs suck. The reason this game's dying is because the devs have no clue how their PvP system works. Right? Like, I'm not going to rant about the fucking rat holes. So just cover that real quick. Just bring that back up. But the main reason this shit's dying is because I don't think they have anyone that actually plays PvP on their dev team. I think they have a bunch of PvE people and they just think PvP works a certain way and they fucking add it. And so they add shit that just breaks the fucking game. I don't like the current state of the PvP. One, because of the bugs. The bugs are fucking dumb. I'm sorry. It's stupid. You should not have an armored bug with insane HP that you can shoot off the back of, have an extra rider on it, can carry almost any dino, has good weight, can move fast. Like, it does not make sense. Who thought that through? Who thought that through? Like, I don't fucking get it. I get it's a cool PvE dino, right? Like, if you're playing PvE, that's a cool add-on. But for PvP, it fucking breaks it. Like, when we were playing consistently and all we did was PvP, really, that's why I play the game. I played the game to go PvP. To counter the bugs, we'd carry like 50-60 grapples on us and we would just grapple the floor over and over and over again as you just got spam picked, and that was the PvP. That's not fun. It's not. And that's going to cause people to not want to play. Because one, half the people are shit, I hate to say it, and they don't figure out ways to counter shit, right? So they just get picked by the bug and be like, oh, I'm dead. I had so many people in the official tribe where I'd go out with like a large kit, and my brother, who's incredibly good, would go out with some of the fattest kits you ever see, and all the kids would be like, why do you do that? Well, to counter shit, you need beer, 60 fucking grapple, like you need everything on you. And when you add something like a bug or whatever, where the game becomes just RT simulator or left click simulator because you're just spamming grapples at the ground, that's no longer fun. And then also if you're like trying to build up, right? Like you start building up on your little rap, you're not going to have 60 grapples to counter the fucking bug. It does not make sense. I don't know why the devs added that. Devs, you have to bring people onto the dev team that actually play PvP. Get a couple guys from mega tribes. Get a couple guys from big 6-man tribes. Get a couple guys that are just like your mediocre fucking small tribe bullshit. Get a couple of try-hard solo players. Get people to test this shit and actually give you feedback instead of just being like, oh, it's cool for PvE and then add it. Add it to PvE, don't add it to PvP, or change shit, between the two. It doesn't have to be the same across the board. Like, the bug can act differently on PvE than it does on PvP. I don't get why it has to be the same. And moving on from that, the other reason I think the game's fucking dying and it sucks currently is, like I said, with the rat holes, small tribes need a small spot to build up in that's good, and the only spots that were open were fucking pillars on Scorched Earth, which could be meshed. Center is easily meshed. They patch all the fucking rat holes. The pearl caves are easily meshed. I know private meshing methods. There are open methods right now. I know they've patched a bunch of them, but it's like, this still shouldn't be a fucking problem. But adding on to it, a problem that makes it super hard for the small group to build up to element right now. And this is going to lead into another reason why I think the game's dying. But that fact that there's no way to get element besides through the artifacts was awful decision. Like, awful. I thought it was going to be good because in old Ark, Ark Survival Evolved, in the beginning, like when Bragg came out and stuff, people were not good at building bases, and they were not good at getting a shit ton of element. People were just shit at the game, and the meadows were different. You had them build outside because of there not being crowd pots and stuff. So people weren't really blocking artifacts like that. At least the majority of people weren't. There were still really big, really smart, really good tribes doing shit like that. But you could go to a server and there would a lot of times be open artifacts. Right now, on Ascended, if you're a small tribe, right, let's say you're just a 10-man and you want to build up, you got to get lucky and find a server where they don't have it blocked off, because if they do, you're fucked. Because like I talked about in the other video, in one of my other videos on how to build up on Ark, if you do not get LE right away, you will get locked in your cave because you have to build in a cave. They'll just slap turrets outside, and then that's it. That's it. GG's. You're not playing anymore. You lost. And so right now the game is set up. It is devised in a way where if you do not get the artifacts, you're fucked. So these big try-hard ass tribes block the artifacts, and then these small tribes can't build up, and you lose player count. Like, it's that simple. They need to add back some sort of dust system, some sort of way to farm element. Maybe add a way to get artifacts out of the drops. I don't know. You have to fix this. And I know you might be like, well, now you can transfer from server to server. Yeah, but when they new servers, like when they release Center, same thing can happen on Center, and then your player count's going to plummet because the people that wanted to play Center now can't, and because if you don't get the artifacts, you lose. That happened in the beginning of Island. It happened on Scorched. It's happening on Center. Ab will be different because you can farm Ellie, but still, Ab is like a very particular map that a lot of people do not like. It's a hard map. Grinding Ellie on there is not the easiest, especially if you're new to it. So that's a whole different game. And you're not going to have people sticking around for long, especially if you patch all the rat holes in small spots on that map. That's kind of what that map's known for, but they seem to have a vendetta against rat holes and spots for small tribes. Apparently, they hate small tribes. Like, they want you to be a... Apparently, that's how they view their game. They want it to be big-ass tribes only. Fuck the small players that just want to play with their friends. You know, those guys don't matter. But what this LE thing leads into is one of the big reasons I was starting to dislike the game, was because of the home field advantage right now is insane. Especially, once again, if you're a smaller group of guys. If you go to another server right now, to PvP, they have tech suits, and 90% of the time you don't. You have to farm Ellie on their server to have tech suits. So therefore, if you get bullied, especially if you're alone, you're kind of dead. And they're not, because they'll fly away. Also, unless you're bringing a bug, everything else is kind of slow. And the tech suits are not. So they can get around the map, they can fly everywhere, go underwater, do all this crazy shit. And if you're just a normal sized tribe coming over on your RG or PT, it is a very hard fight. Once again, I had a better experience because my brother is fucking cracked. So he would just beam the tech suiters out of the sky. And then, he'd talk shit and be like, why don't people just do that? The average person, myself included, cannot just consistently beam kids out of the sky with a Fabby. Especially if you're a remote player at range. Like, it's just not that easy. Of course, it happens. I've done it. Everybody once in a while gets lucky and lands their shots. Most people are not consistent, so there's no real way to counter the fucking tech suits that are just flying around all crazy. I've gone to servers trying to PvP as a solo when I was built up on official solo. I went to the server, threw out my fucking cryo fridge, which, one, that's fucking annoying, too. Like, that's kind of dumb. Waiting 5 minutes or whatever it is to fucking be able to throw out your dino on top of the 15-minute transfer timer adds too much time to the game. And 4 dudes in tech suits pull up, and there was nothing I could do. I'm just getting spam fucking gauntleted, and you just can't do anything. You're just getting knocked off. They're all running around you. It makes the PvP not fun. And then what that also does is what I noticed, at least when I was playing, is then there was no real, like, small troll sessions. On old Ark, somebody would pull up on a Bloodstalker constantly, or they'd show up with, like, a mana and a Bloodstalker. Like, they'd combo, like, 2-3 dinos, and then you'd get fun PvP consistently. Or you could go to another server, do the same thing. But now, nobody wants to leave their server because they don't have Ellie, or they don't have easy access to Ellie, and it's just such a huge disadvantage. Because before, you could bring your own tech suit, your own dust, you'd craft the dust, be able to fly out of bulldogs, do shit like that, and now there just is none of that, which just, I think, personally, totally ruins this shit. It just makes the PvP less, and it makes it very one-sided depending who owns the server. And then lastly, partnering with stupid ass things is not going to bring your players in. Nobody gives a fuck if you partner with Power Rangers. That shit's dumb. It's dumb. Stop trying to fix your game with gimmicky shit and just work on what's needed. Get rid of fucking meshing. Work on the speed hacking and aimbotting bullshit, right? Like, speed hacking should not be that hard of a fix. If you reach a certain speed limit, you should just lag out, right? Like I said in one of my other videos, you might speed hack to get away, go flying, lag out, die, go back, get your body. But it's better than fucking getting speed hacked and killed, right? Like, fix the speed hacking, fix the meshing, give people actual spots to build in besides, like, 3 main caves that are OP as shit only if you have 40 people. And that, like I said in other videos, it goes across. 6-man is not 6-man. It's fucking 50 people in a tribe. Yeah, it's not 600 people in a tribe, but you still need a large amount of people to build up on 6-man if you're trying to take a main spot. Add small spots. Fix this shit. Nobody cares about fucking Power Rangers. Nobody. Just fix the actual fucking game. Get people on that know what they're doing to test this shit beforehand, before you add new dinos. And when you add these new maps, and you add dinos with it, test it first. Not every dino that comes out has to be fucking meta. You can just add dinos to just add more variety to the game. Like, really, it does not have to be cracked every fucking time. That's all I wanted to really rant about. I just wanted to make this video real quick. Just hop on, fucking get the ball rolling again with making videos. I will videos on the regular. I'll be making videos about other shit, not just video games. I want to kind of branch out a little bit. This will still be like mainly a gaming channel, but my one friend has requested I make a video on like a conspiracy theory. I might do that. Probably will still have video games in the background. I want to try out the new X-Defiant ranked mode. So, there'll be some videos in the future. That's all.